So it's official now. I'm officially a free man for about a few weeks until January when I start my next class for my doctoral program. And just gotta say, I bodied this class with a 99. Now I know a lot of people are probably thinking, "Oh, what's the big deal? Is you pass another class." But when you are at the top of your level in the industry that we work in, and you going to school and having to manage all these responsibilities and time, and actually try to have a life, getting a 99 is like next to impossible. Next to impossible. Um, I don't say this to brag. I don't say this to be boastful because I actually have a story to tell behind it. This has concluded my first year of my doctoral program. For those of y'all that have been following me since the beginning, thank you for coming along. For those of y'all that have hopped on midway, for those of y'all that are just getting on the track, thank you for following me. Thank you for keeping up with me. Those of y'all that have been my support system as far as like, hey, you can do it, or just even you liking my content. Liking my content, inspires me to push harder for my classes. And of course, my students they're the real MVPs as well because they're the reason why I go so hard. I want to show them, be like, hey, your teacher can do this and still do his job, so y'all can do this too. But basically, the journey that I've had this year, I've had several breakdowns. I've had days where I was laying on the floor, just in a fetal position, just wondering how am I gonna do this? Like once I've calmed down, I started praying. I'd be like, okay, God, I need you to get me through this. I know you can, but then I had to revise my prayer and say, God, I need you to help me get strength to go through this. So the whole time I'm doing this, I'm basically just reminding myself that, yeah, I'm doing it for myself, but I'm also doing it for the people that matter. I'm doing it because I want my life to have meaning, have purpose behind the things that I'm doing. And there were times, like I told you in one of my videos, where I thought I was gonna fail a class. I thought I was gonna come out with a C, and that was gonna hurt my soul. And then there were times where assignments I would get, I wouldn't understand any of it, no matter how many videos I looked at, no matter how many people I talked to. There were times where natural disasters came in and basically put me behind. There were other issues where time was a constraint. There was so many different things that were going on. And then of course, I go through my series of depression, dealing with how COVID came into play and just decided they want to act a fool. How family issues, I got issues with family, issues with friends, issues with, people from my past. All these things came up and it came at me left and right. And it felt weird. Like I was like, why now? Why 2020 packing all this on me? But my mama basically told me, she said, there's two ways you can look at how 2020 is. You can be like everybody else and say 2020 was a terrible year, or you can say 2020 was a great year in spite of the bad things that have happened. And so I think about it now, I've actually had a blessed year. Despite everything I went through, I still have had a blessed year. And here's what I mean. I wasn't as stressed out in the beginning of it as far as work is concerned in school because I had a little bit more lax. It's like we got ourselves a break. The professors, they were very accommodating. So it wasn't like I had to struggle too hard. I managed to get a lot more rest. I'm in better shape now, believe it or not, than my first 5 years of, teaching. I cook more. which is saying something because I still spend a lot of money when I get takeout. But I cook more, and shoot, I have a better relationship with people. Like I actually talk to people more. And most of all, I get to play my game more, get to create more. If COVID-19 had not come, this channel on YouTube would never have existed. It would have just been there. So I am thankful to God for all the things that have come out of 2020 for the positive. And so, time for the three things. One, look at all that's happened to you in 2020, good and bad. Two, recognize the things that you are thankful for. And three, follow me on YouTube, Road to the Doctorate. Stay blessed.